All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's my long anticipated figure review of my Concept Myers from One Customs. Step back a little bit. What we got here is, to the left, we have, well, we'll start from the right. What we have from the right is Concept Myers version 1, non-battle damage, even though this Myers looks like he's had a pretty rough day, as you can see. And then to the left of this piece, we have the second Concept Myers from One's Custom. This is the battle damaged version. And as you can see, we just have a lot more damage going on here with this piece. And quite frankly, I love it. So, first things first. What I'm going to say about these two pieces, very simply, I feel that these two pieces represent by far some of the best work that One Customs has done in the sense of detail. When you factor in tailoring, weathering, and just sheer details that you can see, which we're going to go into in a little bit more detail in a minute. But just wow. Let's start off with Concept Myers version 1. Let's look at the detail. We're going to do this magnet style and start from the bottom. As you can see, very detailed jungle boots, very accurate to the movie. Nice base, even though this is not the original base that the figure came with. Get some focus here, and let's move our way up. Got some holes in the kneecaps. Let's get a close-up on that. Camera's not picking that up too good, but let's take it out. Got the bloody knife, special knife. I don't know, is that like a carving knife? Got the broken handcuff. They tried to lock him up. Just look at the tethering, the weathering. I don't know, that looks like some bone popping up. This is a pretty impressive attention to detail. It looks like right here you have like some bone fragments, what that's supposed to represent. Body's just riddled with gunshot holes. Coveralls are just very well tailored, tattered, weathered, and they fit the figure very nicely. Hands all bloodied up, good attention to detail. We got some more gunshot wounds. You can actually see the flesh. Again, very sick attention to detail. And then we're going to go into the head sculpt, which in my opinion is absolutely amazing. Just look at the sheer detail of this head sculpt. Got a lot going on here. You can see the mandible or the jaw, orbital. You can see what's on Mikey's mind. Got some brain showing. You got gunshot holes, the lower neck area. Let's turn it around. Of this beautiful piece. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this camera today. I can't get no focus going on. Yeah, I know. Again, checking out the boots. Again, just very nice. This head sculpt, which is really sick attention to details. If you notice that the brain area, not only is the brain exposed, but you can actually see the overlap of our skin folds of the skull, which is again very sick. And if you also look very closely, you can see the skull I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but like right here in this area, you can kind of see where the skull is actually been cracked open and then thus exposing the brain. This is just very, very, very sick attention to detail right here. So I just wanted to point that out. Here he is from behind. I must say that I really, really like how the body and the coveralls, again, I can't overemphasize how nicely the tailoring is on this piece right here. I'll even go as far as to say that, at least for Myers figures that I've seen from One Customs, this figure actually has some of the best tailoring that I've seen. Everything is just very, very, very well done here. Another thing I want to add too is that with the head sculpt, it has like a really nice wet look. Like it literally looks like Mikey is bleeding. Again, just sick attention to detail. So, having some really bad issues with focusing today. I apologize. Overall, this is an exceptional piece. And I'm very, very happy to own this piece from One Customs. So I'll get a couple more angles going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, it does, or at least just as good. This is Concept Myers 2, Battle Damage. And man, oh man, this is a serious piece right here. So we're gonna start from below, as we did the first figure. We got some very, very beat up, tattered boots. These are actual boots, not casted boots, which adds just another level of realism, in my opinion. Very, very nice, very muddy, weathered, just looking really, really gruesome here. Got the exposed kneecap, and we do have a little bit of sculpting here, so that's a good thing to see. You know, good attention to detail. As you can see, just shredded, tattered, just amazing detail here. I don't even know what to start on this thing. Just start at the pitchfork. This thing looks like it's been in a lot of places that it didn't belong. Preferably someone's torso, probably. Just very, very nice. Has a broken off handcuff on the arm as well. If you look at the forearms on this, you can see that there's some sculpting here as well. It's just cut up. Coverall's just tattered. Then we get to the chest. Again, just sick detail. We got the rib cage exposed. We got some sculpting here. We got organs showing right here. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. We got some organs. Just amazing detail. Got this big gaping hole that looks like it's infected. Got fragments all over his shirt, black shirt. I got some all the gunshot wounds, and as you can see, the coveralls are just completely dismantled and disheveled. You know, you can see the zipper lining just all over the place. Just amazing. Now this head sculpt is concept, as we all know. This head sculpt, I'm gonna go on record and say this head sculpt by far, in my opinion, is one of the best head sculpts for horror, in my opinion, that One Customs has ever made. And I'm gonna tell you why. First off, let's just go into the details that we can see right up front. Look at that bullet hole. That bullet hole looks absolutely amazing. Looks like he was shot like with a shotgun. because it looks like it's spread open. Just look at the detail. It's got a bullet hole in the temple, upper temple. Then we got the lower part of the mask. Just looks rotted out. Just disgusting. Then we have his nose. Half his nose is completely ripped off. Looks like he has a worm on the top of his head. Maggot. I don't know what that is. All I know is that it looks amazing. But what I want to note here is the amazing amount of detail that we see here. We see, first off, I'm a nurse, and I have studied anatomy and physiology. I'm sorry. And what I'm seeing here looks very detailed and very accurate to the actual anatomy. We see an exposed orbital, jaw. Let me see if I can get really, really close. You look inside that mask on the lower end, you see his teeth. This is just amazing. It's actually, you can actually see inside of it. It's has a little bit of hollowness. It's not just a solid mass. Once you get past those details, you can actually see inside of it. To me, that's just amazing. Sick attention to detail. Then like the version 1 Myers, you see the brain, but just looks a little different here. With version 1, you saw the brain, the skull. This right here looks like more road rashed. Like he still has a lot of the skin intact. You're not seeing the brain as much, but it's just a different look. And you see maggots. Looks like maggots crawling out of his head. And then on the lower part of the mask, this is just amazing, amazing attention to detail here. To me, this head sculpt is just bananas. This is one of the sickest head sculpts for a horror figure I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. And as you guys know, I own a lot of horror. Horror is my thing. One went all out with this piece, and it shows. The details and the bonanza just doesn't end there from the front. Look at this guy from the back. We see vertebrae, and we see, I don't know, that vertebrae just looks sick. Haven't seen anything quite like that before, not even on the Jason 7s, even though vertebrae are exposed there. This looks just really, really good. Coveralls are just weathered. Again, I know I've been using that word a lot, weathered, but I have to emphasize just how much detail we got going on in this piece. It's just insane. I mean, I don't know. Look at behind the boots. Well, actually, these are the boots. Yeah. Again, they're overlapped. Just looks really, 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 really sick. Turn this bad boy around. Actually, let's get a shot, perspective shot. Again, with this piece, the coveralls just fit and are tailored to this figure, in my opinion, to near perfection. To me, this looks like an actual zombie, just downscaled. It doesn't look like a figure that just has clothing on, and that kind of looks obvious that it's not real, but kind of looks real. I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying. It's just everything just flows very, very nicely with this piece, both pieces actually, and I can't emphasize that enough. So again, this is version 2 Myers, battle damaged. Let's get another up close on the details. Look at the eyes, just sick. Lots of attention to detail here. Okay, so with that being said, let's do one final go around. Hey guys, Anomaly 682, aka Robert Terrell. Hope you guys liked the video. I know it's been long overdue. You know, glad I can get that video out. If you guys like the video, just leave a comment, subscribe. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come. Not just about my 1/6 figures, but a whole variety of other things as well. So again, I'm glad that I could show these figures off and give them the proper review that they deserved. And I think probably for next video I'm gonna do some unboxings, which is probably a little bit out of order, but I definitely want to have that on deck. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, peace out.